What's going on? My name is Tyson McGuffin. Welcome to the McGuffin Show. We're on episode 38 here. Got a brand new setup. Got some awesome furniture. Got ourselves a new table. Even some dude wipes. This episode is sponsored by Beamer Therapy. Get over to my website. Check out the sponsor link and see what Beamer is all about. I've been a Beamer believer for about 3 or 4 years now. And even my mother, if she was on this episode, she could give her testimonial. She's got a banged up shoulder from hanging on to the babies the last couple months, and she continues to whine about her shoulder. And for the longest time, I'm like, Mom, just try out a Beamer, okay? I mean, you know, I have 3 Beamers here. There's about $16,000 worth of like medical devices laying around the house. Just try one, okay? And for the last, 3 or 4 weeks, she's been using a Beamer, and her range of motion is back. It's bringing blood flow to her shoulder, and her shoulder feels much better. It's not going to keep her out of surgery. She's actually going to see the doctor this week, so she doesn't whine anymore. I'm just kidding. Love you, Mom. But anyhow, pretty cool. And I've heard various stories about people tearing their ACL or their MCL and using a device like a Beamer, and it cuts the recovery time in half. So check out Beamer Therapy today. Meg and K-Mac, what's going on here?
Hey, happy to be the third wheel in the group today. Wheel. You know, it's all right.
I don't know. I feel like the third wheel. I think I'm the third wheel on the podcast.
Oh, get out of here.
I don't know about that.
So I had Dude Wipes send me some cool stuff here. If you guys have not checked out Dude Wipes, get over to their Instagram page, follow them, and check them out today. Something I love about Dude Wipes, obviously, really enjoy the flushable wipes, but more so, I'm a big fan of the Dude Bombs. And the Dude Bombs, pretty simple. I'm married to this little honey over here. When I wake up nice and early and I'm looking to, drop the kids off at the pool, if I don't want it smelling like a murder scene in our room, I'll drop a couple of these guys in the toilet, do my business, get done. It smells like $1 million. Dude Wipes.
If you want to stay married, gentlemen, get your Dude Bomb.
Hey, let it rip.
Get your Dude Bomb.
Get your Dude Bomb. Stay married.
Okay, things we're going to be talking about this episode is Franklin, New York Open. That venue looked pretty sweet. French Open, Jake Stewart, this guy that played in the fan-controlled football league, may have gotten kicked out for doing something naughty after he threw a touchdown. The story is way too funny. And the Celtics got a W. We got San Clemente coming up. Mama, what's been going on with you?
Oh my goodness. Working lots. Working lots and babies. I mean,
that's double work.
That's
all
double
work.
Yeah.
Babies.
Different types of work.
I know. Come home to work after working. No, it's been good. I've been in my office. Kind of have a new team. So I guess not a new team, just a refreshed look at our team. So everybody's we're getting into our busy season.
More efficient team at the office. Let somebody go at the front desk. Made everything a lot better. There's a little cancer going on in that area. And that's just true. It's very true.
Got to put out
now everybody's a lot happier. It's funny how that works. You take out.
No, we've always had great people. But yeah, no. Every once in a while, it's a good shakeup for everybody, I think. And excited for things when people move on to bigger and better things, but then the team kind of fills in the gaps and rises to the occasion, and it's fun to see people in new roles.
Yeah. Core. Yeah, for sure. K-Mac, we got a little session this morning.
Yeah, I played a little bit. Been home for a few days. Kind of flipped roles. My wife had a tournament this weekend, kind of a local tournament, so I was a couple hours away. Took the family for the weekend. It was
Lewiston.
Yeah, down in Lewiston, a couple hours from us, and it was nice to just be a spectator mode and hang out with the kids.
Hewitt Country.
Hewitt Country.
Hey, Hewitt Country.
It's actually we always had Rafa coming up here. It's the first time I've been down there to play or to watch, but it was a fun local tournament that kind of one of those regionals people are pulling from about 4 or 5 hours away, but it was fun to just be a spectator. No pressure, none of that anxiety of tournament day. I'm like, all right, I'm just in fun mode.
So do you not feel pressure watching Callie?
Not as much.
Okay, got it.
No, and it's always a little bit of a feeling out process. Sometimes I'm very every time out she's coming to me, what do you see? And then, she's playing with a partner where they have a lot of natural chemistry.
Yeah,
I'm more hands off and just, give my 2 cents in between matches and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny. I remember I think you know where I'm going here. I remember that Tri-Cities. Was it Tri-Cities?
Yeah. Well, which
you and somebody else played Callie. And Jesse. I'm coaching on the sideline.
I played with Carney, but when I play with Jesse,
anyhow, Callie and Meg played against each other. I was in the corner coaching Meg. Kyle was in the corner coaching Callie. Yeah. Who did Callie play with?
I can't remember.
Was that in Tri-Cities?
It was in Tri-Cities.
Tri-Sizzles.
Callie played with Jesse? Or no, Guy. You're talking about Guy.
I can't remember who her male partner was. But I'm pretty sure you guys won. Yeah. Pretty sure you guys got him.
Yeah.
It's all about winning. That's what my son Ty thinks. Meg kicked his butt this weekend. Ty was crying the whole time. For an 8-year-old to understand how to take something from a loss, good luck.
Had a learning experience.
Good luck.
Right? But you got to give him credit.
It's all about winning.
We got home and we had been talking about like being a graceful loser and all the above.
Sport,
and he was pretty quiet on the whole drive home. And once we parked, Tyson got out and he said, "Bud, are you good? You want to come in?" He goes, "I need to talk to Meg."
Talk to Meg. Okay. I need to sit down.
So Dad got out of the car.
Awesome.
I stayed in there. I said, "What's going on, Bud?" And he's like, "I'm trying. it's hard." And I said,
I'm trying. It's hard.
But we went over losing to someone better than you, but getting a few points on them and how that makes you better.
Yeah.
So especially if, when you go to play kids your age, you'll have one up on them because you've been playing all these people that are better
I was
than
telling Tom,
that silver lining.
I was telling Tom, what do you think of Dad? Dad loses all the time, like it's all good, he's a very competitive dude, likes to call his lines pretty tight.
Pretty
tight. Hates missing a serve. I was trying to show him hey, you got to take your time on your serve, do your routine, bounce the ball twice. He wants to just rush, he can't serve out of the air, so he's got to bounce his serve. And I'm like, hey, bounce the ball twice, get your hands together, get your hips and your belly button facing at your target, take your time, it's all about you. Yeah, he just once he gets amped up, he's just trying
giving him the spiel. Yeah,
for sure.
Well, I don't know about how you guys look at it. I mean, obviously you got to work through the emotions, but to me,
I think it's good.
It's a good thing in a way,
no,
right? I mean, obviously it'd be great if they are really competitive and handle it great right out of the gate, but what kid can? Normally, you hear stories of high-level athletes when they were younger, throwing their paddle, throwing the racket. And, I think you have to work your way through that, but it shows that you care. It shows that you have the fire and the passion. And it's just a matter of putting all that energy into a positive, which, you learn a lot about yourself just in life going through that. So I think it's probably a good thing if it can be, channeled the right direction.
Yeah. And for me, I think when he's competitive and he's fine in between points, but then he can let it go. Right. I think for me, it's when it starts to go completely downhill, and then you're like, bud, you're not having fun.
You feel the spiral. He's crying.
And maybe that's the mom.
And then, hey, don't videotape him as he's getting mad. Oh, he got so mad at me. I thought it was pretty funny. I was zooming in.
He goes, "Dad,
no.
Not an Instagram.
He threw a ball at me, ran at me. Oh, he's pissed. Dude, don't show anybody. This is embarrassing." Oh, it was too funny.
No, we told him we're not showing anybody.
True McGuffin
it's not getting posted, but we were just showing you what she looked like out there, so you get a little perspective. But,
He's got no backhand. He's dad to a T. He's got no backhand. So funny. And something that we talk about in camps is that if there's a shot that you're uncomfortable with, whether it's a backhand ground stroke, a backhand dink, a drop, or whatever, like you tend to rush on that side because you don't recognize how much time you have, and so. Ty Man on his backhand, he literally just runs at the ball. He doesn't wait for it. I kept saying, hey, bounce apex, wait for the apex. Once the apex appears, then it's time to hit it. The forehand side, he can wait. He can wait all day, right? He knows how much time he has. He lines it up. He's got the hands on the wall. He's got his little loop. Backhand side literally just darts at the ball. I'm like, Ty, well, you're not giving yourself any time. He's like, I don't have time. I'm like, you have plenty of time.
The ball's hitting him in the hand.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And he's got he chokes up. He wants to use his paddle. He's got his fingers in here. I'm like, no, hold it down. Get the left hand on top. Use that two-hander. Right. Use the two-hander that Dad never had.
Downside of the hole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to put your fingers right in.
Here, I'm ready.
It's another handle. They make a pickleball paddle like that.
I think
they have one that's similar.
Yeah. What is that disgusting thing?
I don't remember the brand. I wouldn't want to play against any misdirection there, right? Visually, it'd be so tough.
Put you in a pretzel.
For sure.
Pull your shorties back up.
No thanks.
Yeah. Let's see what else we do this weekend. We Saturday we got up early, played some pickle, took all the kids. The babies were
crawling all
over the court. Mackers is fast, man. I'll tell you what.
He's pretty fast, little crawler.
He's fast.
Now he's pulling himself up on things, but he'll get fully upright and he doesn't know what to do and he just falls right back.
Yeah. And his head is just made of steel. I mean, literally, he just bulldozes through everything with that head.
Like, do we put a helmet
right.
on him?
Hey,
like, how do you keep him from standing up?
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't know.
Babies are unbreakable.
He's bold.
They're
He's
unbreakable.
bold.
I was telling K-Mac about Bankers this morning and how she loves the hot tub.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime I even say the words hot tub,
I know.
she points at her shirt. She's like, come on.
She wants to take it off.
Take it off. Come on. I'm ready.
Dad, you've got a +1.
Yeah, +1. Get me in there. It's like 105.
Splashing around.
After like 10 minutes, your legs are just beat red.
He loves it.
Yes,
he
does.
loves
Too
it.
funny. Banca.
We were talking about that too because in Lewiston we stayed at a spot with an indoor pool, and man, if you're under 8 years old, it's like you just have to be a fish. Like, how much do the kids love the water? That's just, they can be there for hours.
Let them
They're
go.
all about
and
it.
They
wears
sleep,
them out,
they,
too.
sleep
They just sleep
so
like angels.
well.
Boom.
Yeah. No.
Right.
No, for sure. Especially once they're like good, they know how to swim, you feel comfortable,
Right, then
right?
you're not having to have your head on a swivel all the time.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. I'm excited to get
Nice
there.
to get over the hump. Yeah.
Something else that's not funny about the hot tub is that I didn't drop my phone in there, but Bankers may have been splashing around a little bit.
Having too much fun.
She definitely got my phone wet. For the last, day, my phone's been like half drunk. It takes me I have to hit the button like 8 times in order to get back to the home screen.
Okay, well, we worked our way though back
struggling.
to the green screen at least now.
Yeah, right. First it was black, then it was green, and then it was like making a bunch of different colors, and now it's like I can actually see the screen, just the buttons are piss drunk. Okay, they're freaking hammered.
It's trending
Wake up,
the right way.
okay?
Trending
Wake
the right
up.
way.
Get sober.
It is.
Get sober.
It's just
what
hungover
what was Nano's trick? So Nano, Meg's mom, call her Nano. She told me that you're not supposed to put your phone in rice anymore because.
Oh really? Okay.
Because why? Because rice is dirty and like the dust gets in them. I'm like, okay. So
what's the new?
So
like all those little packets, like you get
like a vitamin bottle and it has that little packet that says "Don't eat." Right.
Just collect all of them.
No, that's what I did. That's what I did. Check Google. Apparently it works. It's not.
It really did work.
My phone's still 60% drunk though. It is.
We got to have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It sounds like my mom. She saves like condiment packages.
Yes, exactly.
It's like you never know when you might need these.
Funny story though, I ate one of those when I was little, and my mom was panicking and called
Panic.
poison control, and I remember those like green stickers with the icky face, and you call poison control, and they just laughed and they said she'll be fine. Just make sure you drink lots of water.
As long as she didn't eat 30.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You should get into your stash or no.
Right.
No.
Keep a lock on your stash. Right?
Keep a lock.
Dangerous.
Give us a lowdown on that carbon article. There was a video from U.S. Open, and Don Schaefer used the grit testing on Ben's paddle.
Oh, that's who was doing the test.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think
the unofficial test.
I don't know who made the video. I think maybe AJ have made the video or took a video of it, and that video went viral, and then.
Yeah, but I think there was a lot of clarifying after that. Joola kind of how the test should have been done. It was incomplete.
Yeah, no, it was right for sure. Well, Yoola's president went on their Instagram page and did a.
And he actually had the same tester, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And performed the
did
test
a test
and
himself
explain
and
why.
it tested under. Yeah.
Well, I think it showed. I mean, and I don't know fully, but I think it showed some flaws with just in the testing process, right? Because if you're testing, one paddle that the company's sending you, but different batches have different amounts of spin, or there's a particular paddle going into, a pro player's hand or an amateur player's hand that has, way more grit on that particular paddle. I think that's why is it the PPA that's saying they're going to start doing testing right there on site with, that paddle, that batch. But if not, if the test is, 2 months earlier and then there's totally different paddles in different people's hands.
My question was honestly, like, not that you want to think this or go there, but like, do pros show up with, he shows up to San Clemente with 4 new paddles. He has to go get those tested. They have to have some sort of sticker or stamp on them. And then he has to use them for, they're approved for that tournament. And because pros, I don't feel like I mean, you go through paddles, right? So once you get the stamp.
Yeah. I don't know how they're going to do it. I think that would be a good way.
Stamp of approval. Right? No, it's true. It's true. I thought
they just add it to like the check-in process.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it sounds like they're going to do.
Stamp it.
And they're going to get it. It has to get approved like the day before the event. I think I read something about that.
PPA with the referees just feeling the paddle, turn your paddle each way. I mean,
and they're looking for
how much can they tell? I mean,
they're not looking.
I mean, they're just doing their due diligence. But I think we're getting to the point. There's more money. There's more at stake.
Well, I mean, the whole U.S. Open thing was such a disaster because they banned the paddle, and the very next day, players were still using it. Okay,
we're still using
the referees were not even informed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, it's a freaking disaster. No, but and then also too how Don was laughing about it, and he's like, you don't want me to test this paddle.
Right, I know he shouldn't have said that.
Like, it did not make him look great. Right. No, it was very unprofessional.
And unfortunately,
and why he even
allowed someone to film or
do it in the open at the Skechers Pro Club with all the pros there. It makes no sense.
I don't know what the logic there.
No.
All of this testing should be done, in a lab setting. It should be done away from everybody, away from bias. There's maybe a couple people signing off, but yeah.
Well, it's funny because the Johns brothers were leading the pack, saying that the carbon paddle was illegal, yada yada yada, and then here Benny's paddle is, and it's something very similar.
Right.
So I don't know. I think Ben may run the pickleball sphere.
Runs this house.
Well,
he has a lot of pull. I think
he's got a decent amount of pull, but that was kind of a messy situation. Anyhow, sorry. So
it looks like a new letter came out May 30th.
Okay.
So a couple days ago. Carbon's kind of getting back on their feet. So that they've got, over the last 30 days, our small team has worked tirelessly to find a solution to the unprecedented ban and take care of every single one of you. So this is kind of to their customers, kind of what they're going to do. Looks like they're giving them 4 options. Option number 1, keep your paddle. To thank you for keeping your existing paddle and supporting us, fill out this form and we'll send you a $40 gift card for you to use on your next carbon purchase from our website. Note, if you're a rec player and would prefer option 2, you're welcome to choose that option instead. Option 2, join the carbon family. You keep your existing unapproved carbon paddle for rec play, demoing, practice, etc. And then you get access to following exclusive bundle at a massive discount. For $60, you can get a new paddle. You get 15% off future purchases, friends and family, 20% off one
deal.
So option 3, free paddle swap. You send us your old non-approved carbon paddle, and we'll send you an approved replacement of the exact same model at no cost to you. Okay. We pay shipping both ways.
Yeah.
Well. So option 3 and option 4, swap any brand's paddle for tournament players. Some of you let us know that you love carbon, but were forced to buy a different brand paddle during the ban just to play for tournaments. We've got you covered. You can send us any paddle you purchased while ours was banned, and we'll replace it with an approved carbon paddle at no cost to you.
How much business did Joola get after carbon went down? It's crazy.
Look at the charts.
Well, I wondered at U.S. Open how were paddle sales after that. I mean, I guess some people just kept playing with it, but I mean, how many people ran to the pickleball store at the U.S. Open to buy another paddle?
I would think at some point they would have to, right? And that's kind of disappointing. I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. You get used to a certain paddle, then all of a sudden you find out next morning
tournament
you've got to pick,
and it's not just any tournament,
stick,
it's the U.S. Open.
Right. It's
I mean,
when you prepare for all year round.
Luckily, it's hot and humid. You're playing with the Franklin ball, so it doesn't matter what you're playing with. It all feels the same.
You're gonna have a decent amount of feel with whatever you choose.
That was just funny. I was watching our semis match against Ben and Simone. Catherine and I played them, and just some of the points out there. They were long,
just
and
and
grindy, and nobody's really swinging. Or if you are swinging, it's like you're taking big cuts trying to put the freaking ball away. Sure. But
throw technique out.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. You're breaking your technique. Oh, no. It's easier for teams to get established. You're having longer dinking points, a lot more lobbing, a lot more creativity. But the big thing is that everybody gets up and most points are played at the kitchen line.
Right.
It's just tough to put pressure on your opponents.
Tough to keep
when
them
they're
back.
it's tough to keep them back. You know, it's so easy to get in. So it's like every point is won at the kitchen line, baby. You got to earn it.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, it's one thing that you always mention, like at the highest levels of the game, you know, the game's won and lost at the kitchen line. You're absolutely right. But I would say, you know, if you watch, you know, the 3-5 level, the game's not usually won at the kitchen line, right? It's more about who's good at getting there or who's good at keeping your opponent back. But then you throw it into Franklin Ball, hot conditions, U.S. Open, I would say more at the amateur levels, it would really change the dynamic more than anything, because you might be a high level or, you know, great 4-0 team or 3-5 team, mostly because you keep your opponents from establishing. You might be a below average dinker. But you go to a hot area, you better be ready to play some kitchen points at a variety of levels, right? It's tough tough for the offense to win out early in the point.
Yeah, Meg got herself a little U.S. Open dub. She's the only she's the only McGuffin, the only McGuffin to get a gold in doubles at the U.S. Open. She's the only one.
You got to put your coaching hat on next time when you get there. Get this guy over the hump.
Come on, get me over the hump. She played with Ali Munoz.
I stay away from the
Shout out to Ali.
Yes, Ali carried me.
Billy Bob. I think
Ali's a ringer.
Yeah, I think what's Bill's son? What's Ali's brother's name? He's getting married to Riley's sister. I think they're getting married here pretty soon, like this summer. Bo. Bo's nice and yoked.
Yeah.
Nice and
Bo's
yoked.
marrying
Yeah, he's married Haley.
Haley Newman?
Yeah.
Haley Newman. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping it all in the pickle world.
Say, keep it in tight.
That pickle family.
I like
keep it in
tight. Okay, Franklin, New York Open. Zane and J-Dub show out.
Yeah,
the
big
first time ever where we had 3 finals with
all
2
the
people
same guys.
all in the same final. Yep.
So they played together. They won the doubles against
beat
Team Romania.
Yeah. Diescu and Lika,
who always seem to make a deep
team.
run when they play together. They just natural chemistry.
Andre's starting to figure this guy out. I gave him actually he didn't even have one of these. He was using a Vanguard hybrid, and I'm like, Andre, okay, I mean, you're 6'5". You hit the life. You're swinging big, but you're not getting a whole lot of power on that. Take one of these swords. Anyhow, he's been playing well. It took him a couple weeks to get used to this guy, but
but no, he won in St. Louis with Zane.
Won in St. Louis.
I think he won in Cincinnati with Zane.
Won in Cincinnati. Silver here. Come on, APP legend, baby.
Pretty dang consistent.
No, he's playing well. Watch some of their matches, but it seemed like. Yeah, obviously he's doing a lot on the left, moving around, taking balls off of Eden's inside foot. But Eden, he played solid on the right and hits like an aggressive roll dink, cross court very well, moves his dinks around, and his speed up. He can speed up line on the right. He can speed up towards the person's right hip, or he can go middle, and it looks very similar to his dink.
It's visually disguised.
Yeah.
But for those watching, you want to get to be a right side specialist. Probably the main 2 things. Dink well with the forehand, be able to move the ball around, counter with the backhand, and then, like Tyson mentioned, after that, you do want to be able to generate a little bit of offense.
Speed up line, sit and hold, clean up, or speed up at their hip. I think he even threw in some cross-court lobs, too. That one works.
That's starting to be used a lot more. It's a high percentage play from the right, going across court over that righty's backhand shoulder.
Yep. Let's see, who took bronze? Kohler and Wilson ended up taking bronze.
They did, yeah.
Let's see, Paris Todd wins singles. Venue's sick, obviously. I mean, Billie Jean King, Tennis Center. Looks like things were very... So, I mean, it was weird. I was telling K-Mac this. It's weird. There was 1,200 players. There was a ton of players.
Right.
But it must have been like the tennis garden that very first year where there's all these players, but championship court really there was nobody there. It made no sense. There's a ton of amateurs.
Right.
So don't know if it's one of those ordeals where just like the venue is a little too big for pickleball and you're kind of like from like a viewing perspective, or if you're watching on the live stream, it's funny how it just didn't seem like there was anybody on championship court.
Yeah,
there was nobody there watching, and the championship court was
nice.
Sweet,
really nice. So nice. Yeah, like you mentioned, it could have just been people were spread out too thin.
No, for sure. Right.
A great turnout for players might not have been a great turnout for spectators that weren't playing. I don't know, but if you were a spectator there to watch your buddy, you might be on court 15 watching them and not watching stadium. I think once pickle gets hyped up a little bit more, we'll start to see it a little bit more. But again, there could have been a lot of spectators, but watching tennis at Indian Wells, I mean, it's all one of the great things about going there is having the freedom to watch great matches, not just on the stadium courts. So
and every court feels like a championship court. You know, every court has nice viewing, and
so you can kind of pick and choose the match that you want to see.
Did you guys see the amateur courts in New York?
I did not. I just saw grandstand stuff and I saw championship court. But I know all the grandstands had permanent nets and looked like they were permanent courts. Sorry. Nice. It looks like there was a little bit of rain as well. But Ken Herman did a great job. Boxcar Productions live stream was solid as could be. High quality. Looks like Kuhn did a great job too of marketing the whole event. They had that exhibition at the New York Stock Exchange room. There was a bunch of media stuff.
I don't know how they fit a court in that.
It seemed a little tight. It seemed very tight.
Chaos all around it.
It seemed very tight. But talk about a very, very eventful weekend. There's a bunch of media stuff going on. I saw that Ken Herman had an interview with Yahoo Finance, MLP draft.
Yep.
Kuhn rang the bell.
Ring the bell.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All the pickleball people behind him. That's great exposure. I mean, that's huge exposure for pickleball.
Huge.
It is. Yeah. MLP raised the stakes. So last year was what, $250,000?
This was published September 21st of 2021. All players in each team receive equal prize money depending on where their team finishes. A total prize fund of $150,000 is on the table. I think it was $150,000. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay. So it seems like MLP raised. Okay, we'll get rock and roll in here. It seems like MLP raised the stakes from $150,000 to $1 million.
That's a big jump.
Come on, Kuhn. What a freaking stud.
Yeah,
that's a very large jump, and went from 8 teams to
12.
Some of the team names are pretty funny too. But and the winning team, get this, winning team takes home $25,000 each. Come on.
$100,000 to the winning team.
Yeah, $100,000 to the winning team.
On
give
top
it to my man Rafa. Come on, he needs it. Come on, Rafa's on team BLQK with
they're the winners last year,
with Zane, and cannot recall the girls. But anyhow, looks like a fun event. Played last year. It's the only team event in pickleball right now, and it was cool. I mean, last year pros are mic'd up. Pros are coaching on the sideline. We saw various people shine during that team event. Rob Cassidy, Lee Whitwell. Mm-hmm. I mean, Lee Whitwell got blown up. Just
how much fun was that watching her?
I mean, she played great. I mean, obviously she's got a ton of upside, but that event alone really took her brand to like a whole new level. Winning
some of those singles points against Deckel, just swing free,
one-handed pass.
What did Deckel say? I'm never playing singles again.
No, it's fun. But anyhow, sweet event.
But yeah, you probably can't talk enough about how big of a deal that is for, competing for a potential at $25,000 each. I mean, most of these tournaments, players are, playing for, I don't know, $2,500, $3,000 each.
25 to 6.
And the biggest PPAs, if the biggest one, maybe you win 10 each.
Well, I think for like $150,000, I think it's like 7.
7 each, or is it for the team? 7 each. Okay, but and then they've got to go through you, Riley.
I think there's only one of those a year too.
I mean, it's so much more wide open without the elite of the elite being in there for the most part.
No, it's pretty open.
It's anybody's game. I mean, we could talk about who the favorites are, but anything can really happen in this event. It's going to be a lot about chemistry, coming together as a team, bringing that energy. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
For sure. Okay, French Open. I've been I spent my whole day, or at least half the day in my underwear. Actually, the last week I've been spending every day till about noon in my underwear on the couch watching the French Open and screaming at the TV and telling my babies to get away from me. Okay, let me watch the French Open. I'm just kidding.
Give Dad a minute.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay. Let's see here. But yeah, Rafa beats Joker. Come on now.
That was
made my freaking day. He played super well. Zverev beats Alcaraz. Rune beats Sissy Pass. Rune's 19 years old, and guy thumps on both sides.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about Alcaraz, rightly so, but he's out now. We've got another teenager with a chance to keep it going.
How fast did he climb to the top? I mean, that's
Alcaraz.
That was quick
for sure. I mean, he's won 2 Master Thousands in the last couple months. You know,
and beat the big dogs, right? Beat the big boys. Not very many people can beat. I think he beat Nadal and Djokovic back-to-back matches or in the same tournament.
Yeah,
not a lot of people can do that.
No, it's been fun to watch, and so many drop shots. I mean, I swear, how many drop shots? Crazy. But
they must be watching a lot of pickle.
They must. They're
working on their third shot drop.
You know, they must be checking out my YouTube channel. You know, looking at that their ball drops video. Hey, subscribe to the McGuffin PB Club. Okay, it'll only tune up your tennis drop shot.
I can't see who our subscribers are.
I know. Come on. I know. I know. Sissy Pass and Robin's on there.
They can't get enough.
Checking out their Monday, Wednesday content. But Zverev came in a ton. Zverev, he came in, I don't know, 40-something times, won probably 60 or 70% of the points when he came in. Served, first serve percentage was 82%. I mean, served big, came in, and took it to him.
Sounds like
on clay.
The game plan, right?
Yeah.
Didn't want to extend the point any longer. Hit free. And we were talking about this today. It seems like, the people that do really well on clay are usually, just the little motor runners, people that are super, super fast, but hit a really heavy ball. Or it's the big guys.
Yeah.
They can flatten it out, take the ball above their shoulders and just hit.
It's been pretty cold too.
Hit through the court.
Yeah. No, it's funny. Everybody in the crowd's wearing a sweater and stuff. And so I would assume the ball's flying a little bit.
Plays into that style a little bit more.
Yeah. Right. And and actually Rafa does not like night matches. And they played a night match last night. He said that very openly.
He looked
last couple years. God, he looked good. And the crazy thing too is that he broke him twice in the first set. Yep. He broke him twice in the second set early. He's up 3-0. He's up 2 breaks early.
A set and 2 breaks, yeah.
Right. And I'm thinking this thing is in the bag. All of a sudden, Joker raises his level, breaks back twice, wins set 2, and then Rafa just brought the goods, man. He played well. And it seemed like he was changing direction, like he was stepping inside the court, looking to be aggressive. Joker was also kind of pressing too, so kind of a mixture of things. But
think about the mental toughness, right? You're up a set, you're up 2 breaks, you end up losing your serve, I think 3 times, because I think he lost the second set 6-4.
Yeah.
Comes right back.
Every game too,
locks it up.
Right, and long deuce games. I mean,
that second set was like an hour and a half. That's what's sick
about the French Open too. How many games are tight? You know what I mean? Sure. Yeah. I mean, there was a couple games in the third set, one game that Rafa served that he lost, and it went to 18 minutes. One game went 18 minutes. I mean, it's crazy.
But to lose, you're right.
That could be every a singles match tight, in pickleball.
But he lost 5 out of 6 games, something like that. And then he bounces back, locks up, wins the third pretty easily, and then wins
it. It was tight, yeah.
Tiebreaker in the fourth.
Yeah. So, no, it's gonna be good tennis. It's gonna be good tennis.
Wondering who has the game to potentially knock him out at this point.
My brother told me yesterday that Swiatek, she didn't lose, obviously, but it was the first time in I don't know how many months that she lost the set.
She lost the first set.
I mean, get out of here.
Talk about the dominance. Yeah. I mean, she loses all those different surfaces.
It's been 4 months. She hasn't lost a set.
That's crazy.
Heavy favorite.
Jake Stewart. This guy's Instagram got blown up. So basically, don't know where he played college football, but he played in the fan-controlled football league. Don't know a lot about it, but one thing that I do know is that he threw a TD, and it was the first TD of the game. It was in the first quarter. First TD of the game, throws a TD in his little QB, playbook pouch or whatever, pulls out a joint, sparks it up, and basically he gets kicked out of the league. Guess who his backup is? Johnny Manziel.
Highlight reel.
Johnny. Oh, no. But yeah, so this guy, he gets booted out of the league, and he was saying in this article that his coaches were telling him to like smash a beer or like, you know, do like a beer bong, you know, after his TD or take a shot. And he's like, hey, you know, I just like,
I do what I do.
I just like to smoke the green stuff.
Did Johnny talk him into it?
Right. I'm sure Johnny's,
that was his plan.
Johnny had something to do with it.
Yeah. Here, take this instead.
Puff on this.
Don't do the beer. Take this.
This will be way better for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too funny.
The endorsement deals you'll get after that.
Right. Like, he might not be wrong. Like you were telling me that he went from like
his Instagram blew up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's funny.
But what does he do now? He's kicked out?
You know, I don't know. I don't think he knows.
Oh, shit.
make that money on social media now, right? Take advantage of the followers.
Celtics got a W.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown and Tatum had 50 combined. The thing I was upset about was that I was telling K-Mac this. So Jimmy, it's God, they were down the whole game, and they finally
they had a chance
string like a 10-0 run together late in the fourth. They're down by 2 with like 20 seconds left. Jimmy comes down, shoots a 3, and shoots it quick. It was almost, it seemed a little bailish to me, kind of like a bailout.
Right.
Premature ejaculation. But hey, if you feel pressure, hang in there, okay? Everybody puts their socks on the same way, okay? You don't have to pull the trigger and overcompensate.
He needed to have his slide.
He needed to have a slide. Stable location yellow.
Are your feet set, hips square to the basket, enough spacing from your defender.
We need to send him an invitation to the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
right. Right. Okay,
he's got to join you.
Check out my content, Jimbo.
Pass, Nadal, Djokovic.
Yeah.
They'll convince him to come over.
Check out your zones. But it seemed like he could have taken more time, gone to the basket. He's more of like a driver type guy, you know. Likes to drive and get in there and be a little physical. Anyhow, it just seemed like it was the wrong shot.
Yeah, if you take the ball to the basket, you can get fouled. A lot of good things happen. You put more pressure on the defense, but you never know. I mean, maybe feeling it in that moment.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, it did seem a little premature, like you said.
Yep. Okay, San Clemente coming up. Sweet venue. It's at a Lifetime facility. Looking forward to it. I'm back playing with my man Jay. He has made it back.
What are they doing letting him back in the
Quit
country?
drinking coffee over in Paris. Get your ass back here. Any story he's posted, he's either fishing, he's either fishing with coffee, or he's at a coffee shop.
Okay. He needs to get there early, get a good warm up in.
You know, right.
Hey, you appreciate good coffee. Maybe
I do. You know, our new motto.
Bring back.
Okay, if we play a match today, we're there at 6:30.
Right.
Okay, we're getting a nice long warm up. No, who's Neil? Okay, who is Neil? Okay, we're not losing to teams that we shouldn't lose to by not getting a good warm up in. Kudos.
No first round.
Kudos to Neil and Brandon French, though.
Yeah.
Kudos to those guys.
Respect,
but who is
respect
Neil?
on their name.
Put some respect on my name. That's too funny. Tourney goes Thursday through Sunday. If there's any local people from San Clemente that's listened to this episode, we're running a kids clinic on that Wednesday, 3 to 5. Bring your kiddos. We're going to have some fun. I'll have demo paddles. I'll have TM merch, all that good stuff. I'm doing kids clinic Wednesday, playing Thursday through Sunday, banging out a 32-person camp Monday, Tuesday, and then we are meeting my wife and my kiddos in Seattle for a little vacay, and hopefully it doesn't rain, but should be a nice weekend. Hoping for some nice weather. It's a beautiful area. I'll tell you what.
When
Huge
the weather's
fan of San
nice,
Clemente. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, gorgeous.
It does not get better than that. You were there, not there last year?
No, I didn't check out that venue.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah, I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it is.
The grass on the steps. And all the,
grass on the steps. You know, nice and cushioned for your hiney.
All the Lifetimes, though. I mean, it lends itself that big championship court with 3 courts. And
yeah, it's a good partnership for,
it's a great
for the
partnership.
PPA.
Yeah.
Always a classy venue.
Yeah.
Hop in the steam real quick.
Got their little cafe.
It's all there.
Locker room for you guys.
Yep. I'm not gonna say who, but there was somebody last year at the San Clemente tournament. The story's pretty funny. There was somebody last year at the San Clemente tournament, and this person may have taken some psychedelic mushrooms, and he was on one, completely on one. And the funny thing was that he was at the PPA tent. Hear this. So they put the medal stand pretty close to the PPA tent where they sell all the merchandise, and basically he was trying on women's clothing, and then these ladies had just got done with their division and they were up on the podium taking photos. He hopped up on the podium with them.
What?
Is this
he was on psych? No, it was I'm not going to say who. Okay, right. He was a player. He was on psychedelic mushrooms.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh, and it's midday. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Player?
I'm not going to say who.
Okay.
Psychedelic mushrooms, female clothing. And he's having a great time on the podium.
He's
with
photobombing.
Oh yeah, with some 3-5 ladies. I literally
probably made their
tournament.
Oh
my god, it was the funniest thing. Yeah, he was completely on one
you
midday.
Can't even make that stuff up.
No. It went from microdosing to hey, I'm gonna party. Oh no. I'm gonna party.
We all have our coping mechanisms.
It's all good.
You go 2 and out, a different character comes out.
Right. You go 2 and out. Warnick's probably 4 beers in by noon. This person is like 4 grams of mushrooms in by 2 o'clock. Right.
Yeah.
That was too funny.
Hashtag 2 and out problems right there.
Hey.
Oh no.
Spark up your day a little bit. Spark up your day. Get the visuals going.
Oh wow. Realize what you did wrong, right? Yeah. See everything from a different side. That's what I was missing.
Get him commentating.
That's what
Throw him in the booth. Throw him in the booth.
Oh no! I'm surprised we haven't had that happen, right? Because they'll have a lot of pro players, jump in and commentate. Right. But quite a few people throw in a little beer ski when they get in the beer bracket.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we haven't had somebody too many beers in taking over the mic yet that I'm aware of.
Right.